How to be versatile, huh? That's a very good question. Let's talk.
Regrets, I've had a few, but then again, too few to mention.
What is the deal, beautiful people? It's your boy Ramon. Welcome to Lifestyles Defined Photo, part of the LD group. And on this channel, we talk about one of our favorite passions, photography. This video is an AMA, and for those of you who are new here, you're not sure how this works, you leave your question in the comment section down below, and we answer it in upcoming videos. Simple. Today's question comes from Woodrick, and this is a very, very good question. A bit long, but a very good question, so bear with me. Hey Ramon, I got a question for you. I've been known to cover a wide range of photography from nature to fine art and commercial. I feel I risk dividing my audience if they follow me for landscapes and fine art, but then see my commercial or model work when it happens, or vice versa. I've been struggling with finding a way to sync all of my work under one brand, showing how versatile I am. But I fear it may be hurting my cause. It may be hurting me and just cause. It may be hurting my cause, my audience growth. Sorry. The solution of living a double life in my various styles of photography and subjects is troubling and a heck of a lot of work. Ugh. Any suggestions on the smoothest way to handle it? Well, Woodrick, thank you for your question. This is something that I personally, it's a personal struggle of mine. Sure. You know, when I first started to really take photography serious, and I started to go out in the streets 3-4 days a week after work and really get immersed in the street photography thing, you know, you catch on, you develop a relationship with your camera, and you come home and you know, you edit up your work and your street photography, and you're like, oh, this is amazing, boom, boom, and you're firing it off to Instagram, and then a snowstorm comes and you're trapped in the house. What do? You know, like I said, you got this love affair with your camera, and you're looking at your camera, and you're looking at your camera, and then you look at your Xbox controller, and you look back at your camera, and you know what? I'm doing product photography today, and now you started with the Xbox controller, now you're taking pictures of cigars, and headphones, and your keys, and your cat, and here you are, another avenue. And then you come home and you don't feel like going to the street, and you shot everything in your house, and your girlfriend says, hey babe, what you doing? I'm doing you. And she's like, what? Oh, well, let's go. Like, no, stand over here by this wall, and you go get your camera and you take the portrait, and now you're a portrait. It's so easy to get lost in this art, in the process of this art, and I totally get it, because I am also there. You know, I've done so many things: fine art, street photography, landscape, portrait, product, macro. Like I could. The only thing I haven't done, to be honest with you, is underwater photography and star photography, because I live in New York. You'd be damned if I'm going swimming in the Hudson or I can't see stars. I haven't saw stars in years. So I totally understand where you are. And this is a conversation I used to have with Brian all the time. You know, Brian's got something like 30,000 followers on Instagram. And I consider Brian, you know, he's my peer in this game. We go out and we shoot the same thing. We're there, same people, yada, yada, yada. And I would always wonder, damn, how is he so much farther along? And he once told me, you know, you need to give the people what they want. So when they subscribe to you for this street photography, you got to keep feeding them photography. And the street photography, and I did it for a while, and I would only post certain type of things. And I was seeing the growth, but I kind of dialed it back because it felt like I wasn't being genuine to myself. Right? And I would have this later conversation with John. John then ran into the same thing where he would post a lot of street stuff, and people, oh, this is amazing, 500, 600, 700 likes on a picture, and then he posts this sunset that he loved, and it was an amazing moment for him. 100 likes. And he would get so frustrated because he had now been pigeonholed into this corner to do this one thing. And my advice to him was, I don't care if my Instagram account doesn't grow. I refuse to allow my subscribers, my followers, to depict the type of pictures I produce. Now, I need you guys to make there's a distinction here. On YouTube, I want you guys to do that because this is a community, and I need you guys to get in the comment section, be active, leave comments, feedback, what you like, what you didn't like, and based on what you guys tell me is the direction that the channel will go. But in photography, my personal photography, no, this is my vision as a creative. I'm the one that's piloting this, and I refuse. And I've been steadfast to this day. If you guys go look at my Instagram account, you're gonna see a wild amounts of different genres, different topics, different styles, because I want to create. And wherever that creative freedom may blow me is where I'm going to exercise. I refuse to let a subscriber count depict the type of content that I create. And that is my advice to you. So what if you don't get 15, 16, 20, 30, 50,000 followers, right? And you only get 400 or 500 followers. It's important to understand that those 400 or 500 followers are probably there to be awed by the work you can produce. Whether it's landscape, it's portrait, it's fine art, they don't care. They're there to really walk that journey with you. And it is important to understand that if you're chasing growth, you need to do everything the opposite of what I'm saying. You need to niche down. And by niching down, I mean, yes, if you really want to grow on Instagram as a landscape photographer, then your Instagram account needs to be only about landscapes. And you will find that it grows so much faster when you only cover one genre. And likewise with portraits and street photography and all that other stuff. But do you really want to manage 4 and 5 different Instagram accounts? So that's what we do here, right? We have the Lifestyles Defined Instagram account, and there we do only fashion. Then we started the LD Kick. I'm sorry, the LD Extreme. All we do there is car stuff. Then we started the LD Style. All we do there is watches, right? And the watches and the car, those channels grew so much faster than the main channel because the main channel used to have everything at once. But when I started those other two, it niched down to one very specific thing, and that's all people wanted to see. So when they hit that feed and they look, this is what I'm about. I'm subscribing. I want to see cars all day. That's all I want to see. And it's a thing. So you got to decide, what do you want? Do you want the popularity? Well, you got to niche down. And yes, you got to worry about people not being able to see how versatile you are, and you got to give them that one thing that they came to see. But a good avenue, and listen, I'm enjoying my Instagram account. I love my Instagram account. Like I said, everything you're describing in your question is my Instagram account, and I would not trade it for the world. And yes, if I niche down, I could have had double the amount of followers, but nah, I'm having fun. I'm letting people know that I'm not a portrait photographer. I'm not a landscape photographer. I'm not an event or engagement photographer. I am a photographer. And it gives me great joy to be able to say that. To be able to tackle so many different genres. So yeah, one thing I can say is you can look into starting a portfolio. And check out my portfolio. The link is in the description of my Instagram at Ramon Trotman. The website's rtperspective.com. What I did there was I had to conceptualize, okay, when someone comes to my portfolio, my website, what is the first thing I want them to see? What do I want them to know? What's important? So for me, it was important that people understood that I am an engagement photographer or portrait photographer. So I put that up front. But then if you go through the website, you're going to see all my street stuff, all my landscape stuff, my fine art stuff. And there I can get wild and crazy as much as I can. So look into having your own website with your own portfolio where you can I guess you can live out your wildest dreams of being super versatile. And then if you really want to chase that dream of being popular, you got to niche down on those accounts. But hopefully I gave you some good advice. I think it's a very good question. I think it's something that a lot of people struggle with. I think it's something a lot of photographers don't really understand. And you know, this ties into a lot of like SEO stuff. And really just understanding algorithms and all that crazy stuff. But yeah, let me know. Come back to the comments, Woodrick, and let me know ultimately what you did, what decision, what route you plan on going, and leave your handle below. I want to check out your Instagram, homie. I want to see that. So thank you so much for your question. As always, like the video if you guys enjoyed it. Share it with a friend. We would love to have you help us grow. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. We got plenty more content coming. And I'm out of here. Peace.
Well, I guess. And the reason we started Lifestyles Defined is because if we weren't on camera arguing about these things, the technologies, the phones, the iPhones, the Androids, the cameras, the games, we'd be on the phone arguing about it. We'd be in each other's houses arguing about it. So why not just put it in front of a camera for everyone to enjoy it the way we do? That's what Lifestyles Defined is all about. We just love